Hallo zusammen und willkommen zurück zu Ninjas Let's Plays und Genshin Impact. Ja, wir haben letzte Folge es tatsächlich geschafft. First Try, den Endboss von der Storyline zu besiegen und haben jetzt vor, die Legendenquest zu machen, und tatsächlich ist das sogar von dem Shogun Raiden. Und genau damit werden wir jetzt starten. Die einsame Utopie.
If the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can—
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, we all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been— yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But—
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Nuh-uh! She lost to us. Paimon's just, you know, a little...
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never—
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of—
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still—
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might—
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsu.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem.
I'll come with you,
No need.
Oh.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have... If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Huh? You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. You know, everyone's worrying about the Thank you very—
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might... Let's take a trip to the Grand...
Spiegelung der Welt der Sterblichen. Bevor ich starte, ist mir gerade wieder eingefallen, dass ich mehr als genug Urgestein gesammelt habe. Deswegen will ich mal einen Pull machen. Die hätte ich gerne. Bayu oder... Nee, ist das Rosalie? Wie heißt sie? Bayu? Rosaria, ja. Die hätte ich eigentlich auch gerne. Die anderen beiden habe ich schon. Schauen wir mal. Natürlich gibt es nur eine Waffe. Ach, Manu. Ich würde auch einmal Glück haben. Okay, dann ab zum Baum, wie es scheint. Doch vorher fällt mir ein, ich hatte gestern offscreen noch ein paar Seelen gesammelt. Die möchte ich gerne noch schnell in die Statue bringen. 7 Stück. Schade, reicht nicht ganz fürs nächste Level. 2 Stück brauchen wir noch. Hier gibt es aber auf jeden Fall was. Ach ja, weil wir 50 Puls jetzt gemacht haben. 1,5 Level. Ich habe meinen Razer auch ein bisschen gepusht. Ich war vorher bei 15%. Jetzt bin ich bei 55% Crit. Also jeder zweite Schlag ist jetzt ein Crit mit 100% extra Schaden. Das klingt eigentlich sehr gut, finde ich. Okay, aber dann kann es weitergehen. Wir müssen zum Baum, also ab zum Baum. Kann ich an dem auch gleich nochmal gucken, aber ich glaube, da werden wir nicht spenden können gerade. Ah, ich wollte mit dem Baum sprechen.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here. What a smooth talker. Though your eyes do not. Still, your answer has put me in a. So tell me.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might.
All right. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
Before you get too indignant, Kay seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything? Here is the pass permit.
Das
Show
ging
it to
schnell.
the Okuzume.
Thanks, Miko.
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have.
Vielleicht. Hier kann ich nichts spenden. 7 Stück fehlen. Gibt es auch immer 2 Bubbles. Das ist natürlich nice.
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass. Guji I is only authorized to hold that pass. Wait, this is authentic. Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure
Lights
your
up.
behavior is impeccable.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! We made amends, didn't we? Also,
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my soul. That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
what do you make of this? She's acting
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to...
Paimon gets it. So this is all Ace, but why? Surely you going about your business doesn't She's got plenty of space in there. Seems
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this. I cannot. In my current state, even if I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it. It has been forbidden.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Kaputt.
It's you two. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight.
That was terrifying.
It's not your first time.
So, is the Shogun
Beim ersten Mal war sie ja gar nicht dabei.
Are you?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just... Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's... But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any...
Have you tried turning it off and...
No. She was not Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also, for now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control.
The thunderstorm is...
Huh?
I see.
You can fix it.
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it. Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses.
It's fine. Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Not much. As before, but there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, and who knows, a change of scenery might put you in a...
You mean, leave the plane of euthymia? Yes, you're right. After all, all right then. Since the theme of the day is a change of pace...
What? But you're just A's
I have my ways. I would never...
Oh, great! Then there's nothing...
Tour guides?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you...
Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass sie so schnell rauskommt.
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air, and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors.
What is the almighty Shogun?
Isn't the
I appear...
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to...
So, what do we do now? Should we...
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. That's just...
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried. Never mind.
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Mir hat er noch nichts
What's
verkauft.
the Shogun doing? What am I supposed to do? What's the Shogun doing? What am I supposed to do? Shogun,
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my special. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with that, so my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it.
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is so—
Why do I feel like she's different? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life, so I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
a chance combination?
The almighty Shogun wants to try?
Nice. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like— Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this—
Well, I won't lie to you.
Huh? So it's selling—
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried— I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have—
No, almighty Shogun.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be— Oh, I would No. No need. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's— By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine—
Sure.
Nichts leichter als das.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun!
No, not at all. Don't be so—
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management?
She just wants to—
The Almighty—
Yes. Any
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax.
In principle, you're absolute—
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well, okay then. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I have just finished. Don't.
Okay. Huh. I know every individual word in these books' titles. Take this one, for example. The good thing about being Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating Sansetias?
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are...
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well. I have high hopes, though.
All right, leave it to us. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Sieben Mädchen.
This is... Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since... Right! Yeah, the plot is really gripping.
So, es sind mehrere Bücher. Okay, die anderen lese ich mir jetzt nicht durch.
Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. Well, if... What is... Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Why are there 7 people all striving to have a relationship with...
Not really. It's a pretty normal story.
I see. Yes, this is an important relationship. So... Could the author not simply add a narrative...
That would be the most boring...
Love.
So what do you think of Yae Public? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no yacht. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed. I disagree with your point of view. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes.
And that's exactly why we brought you out. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving...
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot.
Ooh, great idea!
Take a photo? Once again.
It's okay. Come with us.
So...
We're taking a photo of you. Just basically, a photo makes a visual...
Okay. So what exactly... Ah, I see. The more I think about it, how should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but casual. How about this? Okay.
Let's pick a good angle.
Oh ja, mit dem Berg ist doch schön. Ist der Sakura-Baum, der da so leuchtet?
These are all the snacks I have. Please let me grow up faster. It's a wrap. Take a look.
Wow. This is astonishing, but He doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually... The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background.
That's what makes it so...
Hang on. I'm still struggling. So, the one in this... If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler. Hey, that's right!
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control.
So then...
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about my existence. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or...
In that case, this picture...
So even I, who seek... Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has... You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe based on what I have seen today, I am forced to but it would be incorrect to conclude from this. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternal... Perhaps...
Sounds to Paimon like Ace, and that means that we've done a real...
Master Kamaji!
Why is it... Oh, that sounded like Ipe.
Ipe?
Yep, let's find out what... Hey, Ipe! What's...
Ah, it's you. Huh? You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? Hey,
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was...
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations. And in fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. But for some reason, today...
Kujo Kamaji. A descent...
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryo Commission at present.
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryo Commission is in decline. Plus So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsu...
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters.
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa...
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name.
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of... No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I...
What do you think, Almighty?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision.
Thank you so much, Shogun. Let me mark out the location of the base.
Ich glaube, von oben bin ich schneller ran. Ohne Mission. Ach, bloß ich kann mit dem Shogun kämpfen. Die Belohnung war jetzt aber nicht sehr toll. Ich nehme mal an, dass es wirklich nur klein ist.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The
There is no escape!
Die der Gegner gar nicht zum Angreifen kommt.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Kenryo Commission base.
something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
So, gucken wir uns mal die Ulti an.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Der Speed, ey, ist so krass.
Shine down! Ha! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Don't get frostbite.
Feel a breath.
My blade! Very high. To the fairy. Get back!
By royal decree!
Freeze!
Shine down!
Bei den ganzen Leuchteneffekten sieht man echt kaum was.
Get back! Finally, let's get down to business. Cool it.
Oz, reveal!
Rise.
My blade! To the fairy. Finally, to the fairy. How's this?
Hier, wenn ich das nicht mache. Tschüss. Er zählt nicht als tot. Ah, doch jetzt.
Go. Oh. Insolent.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Der andere ist stärker geworden. Schöner Crit. Wusste doch, dass hier eine Kiste sein wird.
It's Kujo. But who's he with?
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple.
Dann habe ich also gewonnen.
Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well...
Well, never mind. What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
Ich tu's.
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Schauen wir jetzt zu, oder muss ich jetzt ihn spielen?
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Trotz ohne Brille konnte parieren. Enough with this. Ridiculous.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust—
Yes, of course. I apologize.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryo Commission. The search for— However, following this duel, I have— In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue support—
As you instruct, so it shall be done.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with— You will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only—
Understood. Thank you.
That will do. I will have— Come with me. Let's find a—
Wenn die gehen, ist der Ort doch ruhig genug, oder nicht? Eine königliche Kiste waren da nur 4 Sachen drin. Und die waren alle blau.
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation...
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. He has shown me how some things remain the same. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets, and the...
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the...
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, the Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I have much to contemplate in the days to come. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat, as I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because but I've made up my mind. So this has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryo Commission and the people in the city. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no... Also, please stop Okay. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any...
Okay, see you next. Considering a lot of what happened was... The only thing left to do is return the...
Ich wollte gerade sagen, den Pass müssen wir noch zurückgeben. Ich frage mich, ob damit das Kapitel schon zu Ende ist, weil dann hätte das jetzt nur eine Dreiviertelstunde gegangen.
Did you now? How amusing. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she's finally begun. That's the most important outcome of this trip. To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip, and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never—
What? But she—
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, but you don't belong to this world.
Ist tatsächlich schon zu Ende, krass. Unerwartet. So, mal kurz gucken, habe ich vielleicht genug gesammelt? Ja, Tatsache, 10 Stück bekommen. Damit ist der Baum auf Level 10. Und damit haben wir auch Stufe 4 freigeschaltet. Okay, dann bleibt mir eigentlich gerade nichts mehr zu tun, außer den anderen Legendenauftrag zu öffnen. Rüber zur Widerstandsgruppe, die jetzt ja eigentlich keinen Widerstand mehr planen muss.
This should be where Kokomi said to... Do you still remember this? Paimon remembers. We came by here last. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Things on the island must have changed a lot.
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea, burning their ships is the path.
General Goro, sir. Do you
Der
have
Held
a
von
verdict?
Schnurrbart.
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that if a Tui ship is moored, we could split into 2 teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy line. Then again, Madame Kokumi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked.
Sir, shall I send for...
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd like... Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack...
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave?
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost.
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitored. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into 2 teams.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage. Watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us.
Den Fatui hauen wir doch gerne auf den Sack.
Life goes on.
Get back!
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire! An arson attack!
Welches Schiff?
Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
Life goes on.
Get back!
Wann kann er sich teleportieren?
We were lucky to have you here.
What's that you're holding? Let Paimon see. Oh.
Yeah. Well, no.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for...
Oh. Understanding every eventuality sounds time...
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half, of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front.
The spirit of the Resistance is alive and well. Anyway, we're here because Kokumi invited us to the victory feast.
I believe Her Excellency is currently... There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in We should probably get going ourselves. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's... They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit.
Sounds good. I'm ready when you...
Lange habe ich ja nicht als Truppenanführer gekämpft. Ja, gleich um eine Ecke.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish? Oh, it is you! Oh, I wasn't with Swordfish 2. Oh, you really gave it to those Shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just... I don't know what else it could be. But what I do know is that as long as... And all the more so now that you're back.
What a nice guy.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Huh.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission. I heard that...
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together.
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly.
Shh, keep your voice down.
Hey there, what you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of our closest advisors. For all we...
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over...
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So,
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi! Something's going down over here!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no...
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're... But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your...
Of course! I can explain. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now you think about that.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods, and even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo Commission's hands.
What? The Tenryo Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? I suppose it is true.
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. But on the way over here, we accidentally...
It has been brought to my attention. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryo Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to... Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing... If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Sir, are you quite certain?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. But that...
Very well. The potential ramifications, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryo...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have...
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's... innocent.
Schauen wir mal, ob er unschuldig ist, aber ich denke schon. Die haben einfach zu viel Langeweile und haben nichts Besseres zu tun, als wie alte Waschbeiber rumzuquatschen.
must be the Fatui camp that the from the looks of it. It used to be a Hilichurl camp.
Looks pretty.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain are enemies in the light while we are in the shadows. Option 1. Take the king and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them option 2. Hit them where it hurts. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fight option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather...
Wow, that's our grand strategy.
Option 3 klang auf jeden Fall sehr gut.
Our assessment of a surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. But with an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But if we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, there's the swordfish captain I know. Every confident... It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior myself, but I can still... We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve the
Wie hat der mich denn bitte schön gesehen, bevor ich überhaupt losgelaufen bin?
By royal decree. Hold the line.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wo ist er hin?
The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
Dodge this!
Odds revealed. Wheel of life. Trust and rebuild.
Looks like I went too far.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your...
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a... Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying... What's their objective? Are the soldier... Let's scour the camp for evidence.
All right. Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be... Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. So these are the Fatui food supplies? Kokumi! Kokumi! We found the merchant's...
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any... In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite...
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go.
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the... If he had taken the time to read the decree...
Kokumi, you think...
I wish that were true. Take this alleged... The low energy doesn't exact... Nothing. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race...
Got it! First we mend the peace...
My goods. Thank you, Your Excellency. You see, I told you.
I'm not so sure.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operate.
But what?
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods.
Apology.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been—
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. I know, that's—
Not at all, But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. I know the peace talks are coming up, so—
I understand your concern. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangon—
Natürlich.
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Und ich muss mit jedem heute spazieren gehen. Also gar nicht zu erzählen. Dann ist wirklich das Ziel, nicht der Weg.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Danke.
You know, the earliest shrine, it was close to the statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this— But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be—
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy— Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all, if we reconcile with them, the god—
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely—
I know, it's just—
I appreciate your concerns.
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be— fancy meeting you. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one big— I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency— I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature
Sie sieht aus wie 12.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya,
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Your Excellency, isn't this the—
Your Excellency!
Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a—
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremony—
Oh! We retrieved those—
Really? That's fantastic! I sorted through all the petitions received recently and also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting—
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely.
I see. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow. Yay! The victory feast! That's the name of the game. Great!
Die kleine verpressende Paimon. Morgen früh um 10. Ich kann nicht mehr als 24 Stunden reisen. Seht das schon? Nee. Hätte mich jetzt auch ein bisschen gewundert.
That's weird. She doesn't... How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the...
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provision... let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, the footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this direct...
Kokomi really does think of everything.
Regel 98.
I smell rabbit.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna... You got sick?
No. It's nothing.
You run on energy?
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it. You noticed? I guess, to be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between... You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, but because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being... So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason.
Is there anything we can do to...
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but...
We'll find it and then we'll read it.
You do that?
Wie eine Meerjungfrau.
I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa. So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya Events cash flow statement? This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of... Let's try... Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just,
Ja, ja.
Give it
this. Look, there's even. Ooh, it's pretty. Well, let's. Kokomi!
I'm not sure, actually.
Kokomi? Oh no! Tonight's the victory feast! Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the... You sure that's a... She does look pretty exhausted.
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see?
Yep, you've been out for 8...
I can't... I haven't slept that peacefully in so long.
3 Punkte.
That's gotta be 3 whole energy points for... Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves...
Ich komme, gebe 4 Punkte. Schlafen bringt 3. Steckt aber ganz schön hohe Erwartungen in mich. Direkt am Strand, wo man angreifen kann. Na egal, mach ich ein andermal. Aber ich finde es ja lustig, dass man dieses Vieh fangen kann. Dass das aber nur 1000 Moa gibt, finde ich irgendwie komisch. Das ist überhaupt nicht wert, hinterher zu laufen. 1000 Moa kriege ich wegen jeder Kleinigkeit. Okay, jetzt soll ich bis 18 Uhr warten. Hätte so ruhig ein bisschen länger schlafen können.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to...
Oh,
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks.
that's great!
Welcome, everyone! Today, recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryo Commission for Peace. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. Tonight seems to have gone off with people tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further leads regarding the issue of and I'm concerned that something might happen.
Okay, sure!
Watatsumi Island recently. Well, the biggest thing for us is that during the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little when the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank...
Oh!
Ah, come on, take it. Without you...
Okay.
War das der, den ich gerade gefangen habe?
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo Commission and the... It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information.
Sounds promising.
Vielleicht ist das einfach so ein apathischer Kriegstreiber.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the...
Nuh-uh.
Is that so? Do you remember what the most important thing is to the You got that right? So I'm gonna put you to the test. I'll answer your questions, but only...
What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
What's...
Oh nein, warum muss es mit dir sein? Ich habe immer noch nicht mit dem gekämpft, seitdem ich den jetzt die Statue benutzt habe. Vor allem erst verschwunden, als ob ich ihn wirklich getötet hätte.
You're a strong fighter. No wonder her excellent... You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand... Captain. Comrade. We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatu...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick! You're telling us what the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into...
Yes, that's exactly what... Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raidens Shogun?
Sie waren am Verlieren, wenn ich nicht gekommen wäre.
We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raidens Shogun. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon. Yeah, everything you said, are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace?
Don't take that tone with me. Acting like for the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can... Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can... I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever.
Too late? Darn. Doesn't seem like... What are we gonna do? This is...
Ja, die wird sich freuen. Noch mehr Sorgen.
About the Tenryou Commission colluding with the... They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were... I think I understand what... The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent.
Well, that's no good. Do you wanna...
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryou Commission's guards and... Not to mention... We have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard...
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Ob wir jetzt die Zeit hätten. So, aber erstmal sehe ich da hinten, ganz verblüffend, noch eine Markierung, die ich mir mal markiere. Dann spulen wir mal wieder bis um 10. Bis um 10. Passiert nichts. Komisch. Mache ich nochmal bis 12, ansonsten muss ich nochmal einen Tag überspringen. Oder die Quest ist mal wieder verbuggt. Wäre ja nicht das erste Mal in dem Spiel. Passiert wieder was? Doch, da am Strand stehen bleiben können.
Well, here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, but I thought about it carefully. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will...
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalate. Wow. There are so many! But you've thought...
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. Excellent.
Jo, bevor es losgeht, hole ich mir noch diese Kiste da. Wenn es meistens nur 1000 Geld ist. Und es war nur 1000 Geld. Ach, hier drüben. Okay. Sehr interessant aus. Mit Barrikaden.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last...
Yes. Where you dealt my forces quite the But before we go any further, what are you doing?
That's right. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think...
Seems reasonable. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in a...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission, while any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty...
The next item has to do with the movement of people and In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing every... Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the 10.
Let's leave that aside for now then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's...
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you all. Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them! Protect Madame Kujo!
Was ist das?
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
Keiner will kämpfen.
The last one. But hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu! Situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation?
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. Then we'd see how it went. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation.
Bewegt ihr Mund
For the
nicht.
time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have—
Seems like Kujo-sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryo Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Ganz schön schnippig.
Your Excellency!
I have already been informed on the reason you believe the Tenryo Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks, and fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryo Commission plot. Yet, this was purely
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line. I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to—
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear. During the war, there were highs and there were lows. And in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading— I understand, I do. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you—
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. Either way, we are ready to accept sentence—
Very well. Then I hereby declare that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division you and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned.
Your Excellency—
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace. But I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on two— All right, dismissed. And if there is, there will be no more leniency—
Yes, ma'am. From now, thank you for this opportunity, Your—
I can feel my energy levels starting to drop.
Ich möchte wohl wieder was vorgelesen bekommen.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has— recovering. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations. Do you think so? To be honest, in the past, I was concerned only with win, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
Und damit ist auch diese Geschichte zu Ende. Und es gibt keine Folgequest, das heißt, ich habe jetzt nur noch ein paar Nebenquests offen und das war's. Kristallmarken sammeln, diese Sakura-Blüten kriegen, das mit der Vorrichtung auf dieser anderen Insel unten rechts, das mit dem Ritual. Ich würde sagen, dann mache ich hier erstmal eine kleine Pause. Jetzt? Teleport. Ach, ich habe eine Markierung, glaube ich, gerade gesetzt. Das wollte ich nicht. Maschine will ich noch bedienen. Und damit haben wir auch das fertig. Fehlt nur noch Elementaranhäufung und das werde ich nicht machen. Brauche ich aber auch nicht, weil ich jetzt schon 470 habe und damit das Event quasi durch. 10-mal doppelte Beutung, das werde ich auch ausnutzen, weil ich das eine Rezept farme. Das habe ich abgeschlossen. Da habe ich alles abgeschlossen. Den habe ich einmal besiegt. Ja, nee, sind wir eigentlich durch. Was waren jetzt 4 oder 5 Streams zu je? Okay, einer ging 5 Stunden, der erste. Die anderen gingen alle so 1,5 bis 2,5 Stunden. 5, 11, ja so um die 12 bis 15 Stunden für den Inhalt des letzten halbes Jahres aufholen. Ein bisschen ernüchternd, um ehrlich zu sein. Aber gut, machen wir hier erstmal eine Pause. Danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.